have a weird personality. I don't think it's weird, though. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it.
I think Jake Paul's going to get hurt.
I think this is a very dangerous fight for Paul.
Interesting.
I think he might be making a mistake because, first of all, for me, he don't got a lot other than money, and he's made plenty of money.
But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
I think I'm just like wired differently to like, I just feel like it's like destiny for me to be involved in this.
You are a disgrace to the combat sports world.
Mike, I love it.
You're an imposter. You're a wannabe.
One of the most
You're a fake.
all time fighting what you said.
Challenge yourself, you pathetic man. You pathetic individual. Fighting is about challenging yourself. Granted, businessman, yeah, killing it in that regard. But don't give me this fighter. That's what gets on my nerves.
You know, 60 is not what 60 was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
60 is very young now.
The biggest fight offer you've ever been offered. I don't want to lose to a fucking YouTuber.
I'm like slightly scared, but that's gonna be like motivating. It's gonna be motivating me to be on edge and to not take him lightly. Nah, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
And Mike Tyson's that different thing.
Right.
It could be one of those fights where Mike Tyson gets him in a corner and connects with a punch, and Jake Paul just goes limp.
To the people that don't think I'm gonna win, it's like I'm younger, faster, sharper, and can hit at the same levels that he can, and be able to take his punches. So I'm a little scared because it is Mike Tyson, and I feel like when I look across the ring, I'm just gonna be like have a wow moment. Ready?
I told you how to do it.
You got balls. Like, step in a ring with Mike Tyson, boy.
It is definitely a lot to
You got
face
this,
and go
man.
up against, but I think I'm just like wired differently to like I just feel like it's like destiny for me to be involved in this.
3, Mikey, your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. Whoop.
Jabs Nick. Ooh, nice penetration.
Do you think you can knock him out?
Can I ask you a question?
I think there's a very high chance of that.
Good instructions given by the ref in the early going. Mike gets him on the right hand and he's the end of the really nailed with the right hand. But 8, 9, and 10.
Kind of insulting. It's brave, it's bold of him, but it's also, it's like, Jesus Christ, there's levels.
I will say people are underestimating me though, because when I go to his comments, they're just saying like if Mike loses, then fighting is rigged, because they see how good he looks on the mitts.
I can see it watching from the sides when you have fought everyone else where they all go, holy shit, this YouTuber hits much harder than I thought he did. And you can see it change in their eyes. I'm not sure Mike will have that moment. Contrary to your belief, I think Mike is not underestimating you.
Paul can crack. Yeah, 100%. That knockout of Tyron Woodley is legit as fuck. He can crack.
Jake fought a guy who was his age and was also considered a boxer, and he lost. So if you can keep fighting fucking 50-something-year-olds,
You don't think Tyson has a chance?
and making a living at it, I think that Mike Tyson has a puncher's chance against any.
Do you think you can knock him out?
Can I ask you a question?
I think there's a very high chance of that.
It's with me and my brother fighting. Jake looks so young there. They both look so different.
I know.
Here's a question. Put my tinfoil hat on. Was this the plan all along? The question for you guys. What gets more views? Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, or Jake Paul versus Logan Paul? Now, I'm not saying on YouTube. On Netflix.
You don't think you can knock out Mike Tyson?
He's not the same. He's not the same fighter that he once was, and he knows that.
Stop it, bro.
Alex, you think you could beat up every white guy? What are you talking about?
I think it's a great fight. I think it is a great fight for that exact reason. Me boxing on the outside, him trying to come forward to knock me out. I have one punch power. He has one punch power. Who wins?
They'll never give me credit. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. If I was walking on water, they would say it's because I couldn't swim. And this is to make history. You know, people think I'm going to get knocked out by this strong, powerful guy. All the people in my comments saying, look at his power, he's going to get KO'd. People are yelling at me in the event. But what happens when I put this man to sleep? This shit is not a joke. He's saying that it's going to be my funeral. He's saying it's going to be my wake. He's going to kill Jake Paul, all of these things. And that's why I love Mike. I respect him, but we're not friends anymore. Until November 15th, I'm knocking this motherfucker out, and we're going to see who's dead.
Well, I commend Tyson because he's one of the guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. You know, he's a legendary champion. And the only thing I have to say about Mike Tyson is everyone is always trying to judge Mike Tyson. He lived his life the way he wanted to live.
Boxer. Yeah. Terrifying, you know. Even when I met him at one point backstage at the stadium at a fight, and I was like, I'm still terrified of you from watching you, you know. But then that guy he started becoming, where he became more explorative and he was looking into what, you know, the meaning of life and, you know, having a smoke every now and then and stuff like that, you know. I was like, I'm enjoying this, Mike. Yeah. You know, I'm liking the evolution. You know, what bothers me with this whole thing is that he's got to kind of, you know, slide back to that warrior, you know, and I'm just not sure he needed to do it.
58-year-old men are 58-year-old men, no matter what they look like. Right. And Jake Paul is a 28-year-old athlete in the prime of his life. Yeah. You know, he had that very good fight with Tommy Fury, who's a legitimate boxer, you know, which was a very good fight. You know, he just beat up Mike Perry, who's a bare-knuckle champion. I mean, he's a real fighter. He can fight. He can, and if Mike Tyson and him are fighting, and Mike can't catch him, and Mike has bad knees, if his back's bad. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him physically. It's hard to tell from a guy just hitting pads. When he's hitting those pads, he looks great. Yeah. Like, yeah, if he can do that, if he can actually do that for 8 rounds or 10 rounds, however long this fight is.
Well, that's going to be the key, isn't it?
Can he do that? I don't know if he can do that. I mean, he had to pull out the first fight because he had an ulcer.
Right.
So it's, you know.
So, let's see what this press conference delivers. We know the fight is a joke.
Well, I commend Tyson because he's one of the guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. You know, he's a legendary champion. And the only thing I have to say about Mike Tyson is everyone is always trying to judge Mike Tyson. He lived his life the way he wanted to live.
And I'm happy that I was able to share the ring with so many legendary fighters. You know, to become a great fighter, you had to become great. You had to fight great fighters. You had to fight good fighters. So I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for the certain guys that paved the way for me today.
58-year-old men are 58-year-old men, no matter what they look like. Right. And Jake Paul is a 28-year-old athlete in the prime of his life.
I'm beautiful, and I've been training for a while, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I'm just asking when you get into camp.
I'm okay to fight.
But when you get into camp, like when
I'm in camp right now.
Very good, thank you.
I'm in camp right now.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I love you, Mike.
Same.
And I'm very nervous for you.
Thank you for caring.
I do care. I care about you. And I care about my brother. And I know the path he's on right now. And it's ruthless, Mike.
I agree. It's pretty cool.
It's cool. It's so cool to watch. And he's really crushing it. And I just feel like I want you to be okay in there, Mike.
Round 4. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work. More jabs. There you go. Worked all right. Worked all right, there you go.
Did you take Mike Tyson out of that fight? My dad's not watching. My dad's not watching Logan Paul. But a ton of youngsters who vape and are confused about their pronouns are going to tune in. What do I think would get more views overall? Logan Paul versus Jake. because you can get their fan bases, which is bigger than Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson and dramatic madness. Ladies and gentlemen, the bout ends at 2 minutes 32 seconds of the opening round.
Will go down as the man who put Tyson to sleep.
Okay, Connor, like after I fuck up Mike Perry, then you're next.
Way of fighting, I think chokes will be easier. Grappling is easier with no gloves.
Oh, bare knuckle MMA.
Yeah.
What about the bare knuckle boxing?
I'd have to get paid.
Yeah.
I'd have to get paid. It's just like you're gonna get cut up 100%, no matter how you fight defensively. You're gonna get cut probably.
Do you like watching it?
Yeah, but I've been to a few in person, and watching it and being there close to the ring is two different things, man. It's brutal close.
Really?
Yeah.
More so than TV.
Yeah, because you can hear the knuckles bouncing like off the skull. You can hear it. You know, yeah, it's nasty.
In this world with hormone replacement and vitamins and he does all this electrical muscular stimulation recovery stuff. Like when they were training Mike for that Roy Jones fight, like they were using state-of-the-art science.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a if you think he's 55 years old. That guy will hurt you.
Welcome, fight enthusiasts and newcomers alike, to an electrifying exploration into the world of boxing. Before we delve deeper, make sure you've checked out the newly leaked footage of Mike Tyson's awe-inspiring training as he gears up to face Jake Paul. This isn't just a routine, it's a powerhouse of technique and tenacity. Today, we present an exclusive documentary showcasing none other than Mike Tyson, a legend who continues to defy age and expectation. Watch closely as he unleashes a series of explosive punches, each demonstrating the raw power and refined skill that have defined his storied career. As we analyze the footage, note Tyson's impeccable form. His jab, quick and precise, serves not just to strike, but to gauge distance and create openings. His hook, a move perfected over decades, swings with such force that it could very well redefine the outcome of his upcoming bout against Jake Paul.
All these guys who came out of there were monsters, and Rafael Cordeiro is from that camp. He was an elite Thai boxer, and then he became an elite MMA trainer. And so he's the guy working with Mike Tyson. And so he's holding mitts with Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson is smashing those mitts.
That's what I saw in that
So this
video,
is like right now, 57-year-old. See if you can find some of that. Not the older stuff, but the newer stuff. It's because it's on his Instagram. And,
looked pretty serious.
Yeah, he's like, day 2, still want to with me?
Yeah.
He's
I mean, I'm 100% rooting for Mike Tyson.
Oh, of course.
Obviously.
Of course. Everybody should be.
Listen to Joe Rogan's commentary, laden with respect and admiration as he dissects Tyson's techniques.
It's day 1, the fun just begun. Day 2, I'm getting ready for you.
Rogan highlights the ferocity of Tyson's uppercuts and the strategic deployment of his footwork, which allows him to maneuver into optimal positions while maintaining a defensive posture that few fighters can penetrate.
Gently across. No. Come against me after jab. 3. Jab. Zip, zip, zip. 1, 2, 3. Nice one, Mike.
The intensity in Tyson's eyes, the meticulous adjustment of his stance, and the rhythmic dance of his feet all tell a story of a fighter who is not just maintaining, but elevating his craft. Focus on Tyson's footwork. Notice how each step is calculated to maintain balance and generate power. His ability to pivot and generate torque is nothing short of masterful, turning potential energy into devastating impacts.
Nice. Good.
When Tyson throws a hook, it's not just muscle memory. It's a calculated act of physics, maximizing impact at the point of contact. This training session also reveals Tyson's strategic use of rhythm. He He's not merely throwing punches, he's setting a tempo, a pattern designed to unsettle and outpace his opponent. This could pose a significant challenge for Jake Paul, whose experience pales in comparison to Tyson's ring-tested strategies. Thank you for joining us in this deep dive into Mike Tyson's preparation for a fight that's set to captivate the world of boxing. The dedication, strategy, and sheer power you've witnessed today are just the tip of the iceberg. What do you think about Tyson's chances against Jake Paul? How do you rate Paul's readiness to face such a formidable opponent? Share your thoughts, analyses, and predictions.